What's going on, team? It's your boy G, aka Ginato Sensei. We back at it again with another episode of Ginato Explain, man. Today's episode is all about Dr. Stone, bro. Season 2 just dropped. The first episode just dropped, and it's just as good as it was in the first season so far, bro. Like, for me, I haven't talked about this series on the channel yet, and I was waiting for the new season to drop, just because to do a whole breakdown of season 1 leading up to this point, it wasn't necessarily necessary. I'd rather just wait till episode 1 and we'll break down a little bit of what happened in season 1, just so you guys can are up to speed if you haven't necessarily watched the show and are trying to decide if you want to watch it. And I just wanted to, give a little breakdown of my thoughts on this episode, because it's going to be coming out weekly. So, definitely super excited for this series. As much anticipated, For me, Dr. Stone, when it first came out, was a sleeper. I heard a whole bunch of good things about it. I didn't know if I was going to like it personally, just because of, the premise behind the whole story, or necessarily because of it's not necessarily a fighting anime, which is something I'm used to watching. I love watching. I know I'm gonna like those types of shows. With these type of shows where it's more so story based, lore based and concept based, they tied the concept that I really enjoyed, just because of my whole Minecraft phase that I'm in right now, of just being stripped down to the bare minimum essentials and trying to survive at this point. So if you guys haven't seen Dr. Stone before, this is your first introduction. Basically, the whole premise behind this story is that modern day, well, not necessarily modern day, but there's a space race at this point, and the world has booming, it's basically today's time, and there's this anomaly that basically turns all humans on Earth into stone, and this show is based around the main character Seku, who is a boy genius at this point. I don't necessarily know if he's in middle school or high school. I couldn't really tell. It's always weird about how they do grades in Japan and stuff like that, but super smart kid, is top of his class, but just is in his own world. He's to me, he's more of an artist with science because of his approach to it. So he's not one to boast and brag. He just has his own ambitions and goes for it, and basically for him to, as this was happening, he was basically trying to break down and understand what was going on, because he literally saw it before his eyes. He saw his best friend, get turned to stone. And once he realized that, he was able to keep his consciousness literally from counting. So he just kept counted every second from the time that they turned to stone to the day he was able to break out of it. Because who else does that? And that mental fortitude is what leads to this whole story. So that's basically the premise of where they're at in the first season. So the first season is basically them getting up and running, and getting the bare minimum essentials. And there's this guy, that they think that they need because of his strength. I think you say his name Tsukasa, or I think that's how you name him, Tsukasa, and he's the best fighter out of all of them. And they find this, they're able to create this remedy using cave drippings, and that's what's able to break people out of the stone. And this is where the crossroads happen. This is where the Stone War begins, because you have Seku, who wants to bring back literally everybody. That's his new mission at this point, is to bring back humanity, and bring them back up to times, because right now they're still in the Stone Age in a sense, or cave people, or island people. I don't know, they're primitives at this point. Everybody knows how to speak, but it's they built different. Basically time went back, everything's overgrown and the world gotta restart. So with that opportunity, you know what I'm saying, Seku looked at it as like, okay, I want to bring literally everybody back, and then Tsukasa wants to only bring back the youth, because the adults are who ruined the world with all the pollution and, you know, everything that has led up to, you know, this quote-unquote anomaly that just happened randomly. So they got two different ideologies and they clash, and basically, like, you know, Seku is forced to head out on his own, and everybody he had revived at that point, and the stuff they use for the actual revival potion or whatever, you know what I'm saying, are with Tsukasa just because of his brute strength. And then, you know, you got his friends that he revived first, who are there as spies. So like that's like the whole premise of like the Stone Wars. Those are the two sides. Seku's side, which is the Kingdom of Science, which is like a village also that, you know, he was able to find and work his way into, which is also crazy because his father basically founded it. And I don't want to get too much into that, but I kind of just wanted to break down where my thoughts on the series are right now, and what I think that we could look forward to, because I haven't read the manga. I'm an anime only watcher, and, you know, from my perspective right now, I like the direction that the show is going, just because, you know, with every invention, with every advancement, they continue to build upon what they've done already. You know what I'm saying? And you see that within this episode, and I think that's always cool, because not only do they always have a plan of action, but executing that plan of action takes everybody, you know what I'm saying, in the village. So at the end of the episode, they basically start the war, you know what I'm saying, because the war is supposed to start in the spring when everybody's gonna be willing to fight. It's still winter right now, you know what I'm saying, and there's still snow on the ground, like, you know, and they're basically gonna start the attack now. And I'm super excited for this episode, bro. This new episode that's about to drop. And this whole episode was about ramen, bro. It was about ramen. It was all about, you know, be able to take advantage and using science, little things too, like little things that they're turning into big things, to take an advantage and get ahead of the Tsukasa, or I don't even know what to call it, like the enemy, basically, because really Seku doesn't want to hurt anybody, you know what I'm saying. Seku wants to save everybody, and the way they're going to do that is through deception right now. So I'm super excited just for this whole series in general. Like I said, like this is not necessarily an episode breakdown. This is more so like a series breakdown combined with the episode 1 breakdown of where I think that the series is going to go. But I'm just geeked, bro. I'm geeked, and that's all I got. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys thought of the first episode of season 2 and where you think the series is gonna go in the comment section. And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video, man. Y'all know the vibes. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video, man. Y'all know the vibes. Always keep going. So going to me, boy G. And peace.